Hello and welcome to Independence Today. My name is Maria. I am an independent living specialist here at CRI. I think I did it again. But this is Joanne, our supervisor.
Yes, I am the Center for Independent Living Manager. And do not adjust your sets because we have a returning special guest, as we always call him, Mr. Rob Coker, who is no stranger to this podcast. He was the founder of this podcast, but we decided that we wanted to have him back to see what he's been up to lately. And he's got a lot of stuff to talk to us about, and we want to just really promote, what some of our consumers that we work with are doing in the community, and he's going to talk to us about a book that says exactly that. So Rob, welcome back. It's been so good to see you, and we're hoping that you can enlighten us as you normally do.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, and thank you for that introduction. It's great to be back. A few years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote a book called You Had Me at Go to Hell. And what it's about, a lot of it is about promoting disability awareness and weakening stereotypes. And I think one of the reasons I wrote it is because when you think about people with disabilities and the way society looks at us, we're all inspirational, or we all have attitude problems or adjustment, or we tend to get stereotyped. Okay, and I wanted to put characters in my book that were not always inspirational. They're not always on the Hallmark Channel.
Right,
okay,
right.
Some of them are crazy. Okay, like the protagonist. Other ones are cult members. Okay, there's a Section 8 survivalist camp run by people with disabilities.
Okay.
And they think the Hall of Fame catcher, Yogi Berra, okay, from the Yankees, is the second coming of the Messiah, and they worship him. So they're insane.
Sure.
Okay, and the protagonist, Rob Madison, who is very loosely based on me, broke his neck playing flag football. Okay, he was tackled by an Amishman, and he goes to rehab, and he falls in love with a Jewish phlebotomist named Sheila Goldstein, who may or may not be a serial killer.
Oh.
So, and it gets crazier
So these
from
are
there.
character stories, basically.
No, it's sort of, yeah, and but woven into that is a lot of satire and poking fun at stereotypes.
Okay.
Like, for instance, Sheila's house is fully accessible. She has a TTY, she has shower, toilet, everything, but there's 15 steps to get into her house.
Right.
Okay, so and that kind of underscores when you go to a hotel. Oh yeah, we're fully accessible.
Sure.
Which means you can get in the front door.
Right.
Okay,
exactly.
so
Can't go anywhere else.
Right.
And
the book goes on and on like that, and poking fun at the whole adjustment process and everything like that. So the guy and the guy isn't, Rob Madison isn't crazy because he's, I should say, he's not maladjusted because of his disability. He's maladjusted because he's crazy.
Okay.
His entire family is crazy. And I think there's this, you've heard of the angry black man syndrome, where if somebody's mad, they're mad because they have issues about being black. You know that.
Right.
It's the same with us.
Right.
Okay, if we're mad, he hasn't adjusted to his disability.
Right.
Well, I've been in a chair for,
therefore I'm going to pick everything up.
Right. I've been in a chair for 44 years. If I'm not adjusted by now, I don't know when I will be. So I hope everybody picks up a copy. It's called You Had Me at Go to Hell. And you can get it on Amazon.com.
Okay, that's what
So
I was gonna ask,
and I will be promoting this at the Disability Pride activity thing we're having on, what is that, July 7th?
July 7th.
Down at Perry
Down at
Square.
Perry
It's like
Square.
10 to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have a table there. if you want to come up, pick up
We
a
are gonna be
copy.
there as well,
And
so
I will
yes.
throw in an autograph at no extra charge.
Oh, wow, that's gonna be worth money.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
mean, my middle name is Generosity, Joanne.
Exactly,
I thought it was me.
yeah.
Never
Never mind.
There's always one, isn't there?
Right?
And I've
You
also,
put it out there, Rob.
and I've also been doing stand-up comedy.
Mhm.
I have a gig on June 15th
Okay.
at Partners.
Okay, partners.
Strip Club.
Wow.
Okay, now, I want to say that they will not be conducting their normal business
Okay.
during this show.
During your show.
No, they will not.
Well, no one would pay attention.
I don't know about it.
Maybe. I
Well,
don't
what
know.
advice? Well, anyway,
Yeah.
okay,
That's
there's,
not even-
there's gonna be 4 comedians, and then they're gonna have an open mic night
Okay,
too. So
okay.
yeah, it's pretty cool
All
because,
right,
End of it?
Yeah.
yeah, because you have Kellers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but, you know, they don't really do, local talent.
Mhm.
They bring talent
bring
in
talent
from
in, yeah.
wherever, you
Now,
know.
didn't you do one at the golf,
Yes, I
indoor
did,
golf
5-iron golf.
yeah, 5-iron?
I just did one at Room 33.
Okay, cool.
And Route 33 was interesting because they have these narrow steps that you have to get up, and then you gotta hang a hard right to get past the speaker.
Right.
So coming down, I don't know what was going on, but the guy in the back lost control,
Oh, no.
and my head hit him,
Oh,
so I
boy.
wasn't hurt.
Oh, wow.
But he got hurt, so the show was interrupted for a half an hour because emergent care had to come and take him to the hospital.
Right, right.
It was like, oh my
Wow.
God, so, but anyway, it went really well aside from that, but, Partners, they're giving us $50 to do it, so I think that's cool,
Yeah.
and I don't really need to be paid for these. I mean, it's nice, but I think, stand-up comedy is a great way to promote awareness.
Yes.
Because you may see people with disabilities in the entertainment industry nationwide, but in a town like Erie, you don't see it.
Right.
You don't see it at the community level.
And I mean, I'm gonna go one step further there. I think for anyone, a human, disability or non-disabled, I think a sense of humor is necessary for survival, okay?
Absolutely.
I think you have to not be so serious sometimes. And I mean, from the moment I met you, Rob, you've always been off color, you know,
Not
just
that
out
off.
of the box sometimes, you know?
To be.
And I love that about you because I think, like you said, not only with your book, not only with your stand-up comedy routines, you create an awareness, okay? You create that, you know, life isn't that serious. You can choose to be down in the dumps or depressed or whatever, but you know what? Life is gonna happen
Well, sure
whether
it is.
you're happy or sad or whatever. And I think having a sense of humor in your life, and I think you do that well, that life is gonna happen, you know, whether you have different, it takes you in a different situation or whatever. When you laugh at life, you're a healthier person.
You have to,
When you
yeah.
laugh at yourself or laugh at your challenges or barriers, it kind of almost makes it like, okay, this is acceptable. And when I accept that, other people accept that.
And I think, but even in comedy, you have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
you can play into stereotypes.
Sure.
Like, oh, I'm a stand-up comedian, but I'm in a wheelchair.
Right.
You know, I don't do
But
that
that's-
because
yeah, that's not your
that's
purpose.
cliche.
Right.
And I don't want to get into cliches. So even with the comedy, it comes out of left field.
Right.
If you look at Steve Martin,
Yeah.
who's my biggest
Comedian,
inspiration.
yeah.
He's my biggest inspiration though. That guy, you never knew where he was going with his bits.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like he, the one thing he's talking about, his girlfriend died, and he thinks it was I kind of blame myself. We were at a party and she was drinking and she told me could I take her home and I refused. And it makes you think that she got killed in a car accident. He says, she asked me, I said, I didn't want to, so I shot her. and it's the last thing you're expecting.
Right, right.
And that's kind of what I do with my
Exactly,
humor.
your unexpected, the punchline
Yeah.
is coming from another place.
Right, and over half of the material has nothing to do with disability.
Right,
Because I don't want people thinking I'm leaning on it.
right, right,
As a
but it has a
crutch.
message,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
absolutely.
Yep, I love
absolutely.
that. I love
So, it's gonna be June 15th
Mhm.
at Partners. I've never
Okay.
been there.
Mhm.
And, it's gonna be 7 to 9, and I'm
Okay.
not sure where I
Is there a
am.
cover charge, do you know?
That's what I asked, the guy who set this up, and I
Okay.
haven't gotten an answer yet.
Okay,
Originally, I was gonna be on the 8th, but then the guy who was doing that can't do it because there's smoking in there and he can't be around smoke
Right,
and all that.
okay.
So then we're kind of rearranged the dates, so now I'm
Okay.
on the 15th.
okay.
So, but I can let you know that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to talk more about today is, like I said, you're always involved with things. You're always doing something to not make your life boring,
Right,
which I love, okay? Because I think it is your personal responsibility, my
think
personal
so.
responsibility, to create your world, to create what you want to get involved with, and to create activities and things for you to be, hey, I like that, I want to do that.
well, we were, regardless of your religious, or whether you're a religious person or not, we were put on this earth to serve.
Amen.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Now, some people are like Maria, they
Mhm.
can they can work a full-time job, and that's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yep.
Her promotion is everything she does every day to help
Exactly.
her
She's
clients.
living the
Okay,
dream, right?
but not everybody with a disability can do that,
Right,
okay?
right.
But get out there and do
Absolutely,
something.
absolutely.
Okay, I see so many people who are, well, it's Thursday, I guess I'll stare at that wall.
Right, right.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I see them just in my own building.
Absolutely.
And it's
Yeah.
like, I
And I
think,
mean, everyone has their personal choice, but I think
sure,
when you are involved with activities and have things to look forward to or to plan for, it's improving the quality of your life.
of course it is,
you
it
know?
raises your self-esteem.
Absolutely.
It helps you,
And I'm not saying everybody's gotta go out and become
No,
a
no,
stand-up
no,
tenor, write a
no.
book, or go mudding, or whatever you like to do. But like you said, what your interests are, and then find the bridge that connects you.
There are a gazillion volunteer
Amen, yeah,
opportunities
yeah.
and things you can get involved
Yeah.
in, whether you live in Erie, Las Vegas,
Mhm.
Anchorage, Alaska, I don't
Mhm.
care where it is. There's a lot of
Always
things you can
community.
get involved
Yeah,
in
yeah.
and do.
Yeah.
Okay, which leads me to my other thing.
Yeah.
I love animals.
Yes.
And I've been doing a bingo fundraiser, it's called Bingo Bonanza,
Mhm.
for
Bonanza.
twice a year for about the last 6 years or so. And I've been,
Mhm.
I've helped before that, but I love it. And I'm doing it for the Anna Shelter.
Mhm.
This November 7th, I'll be doing it for Because You Care.
Okay.
It's an animal
Another
shelter, an
animal
adoption
shelter, yeah.
center. They're in McCain.
Okay,
And I'll be doing that at the Underdog Barbecue.
okay.
It's gonna be on November 7th, that's a Saturday. It, doors open at 11:30, it'll be at 1 o'clock. So, I know it's down the road a little, but you gotta
No,
plan,
so,
yeah, you gotta plan way ahead for
But I
these.
love that you get involved with, like you said, you picked a cause that's important to you, and you said, what can I do?
Sure,
And then you took off running, and
yeah,
you designed these
I love dogs
fundraisers.
and cats because,
And you've done several of them.
oh
Like,
yeah,
how many have you done?
this will be, this one's called Furry Lives Matter.
Okay,
For
okay.
BYC, but
Mhm.
I've done 9 for the Anna Shelter.
Wow, that's
And then-
wonderful. And
But I've
you've
also done the
something for
humane,
each season.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think you've done something for each season, like, winter, I think you did something.
no, I stay away from the winter because of
Okay.
the snow, I don't wanna
Alright,
compete
yeah,
with
that
old
makes
man
sense.
winter.
Yeah,
So usually it's May, the week before Mother's Day,
okay,
Mhm.
and then like either the end of October, beginning of November,
Right,
something like
right.
that,
okay,
so,
so 3 out of 4 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've gone to some of them, and they've been always
Yeah, you
successful
volunteer.
events.
Yeah.
You give good prizes.
Yeah.
You get a great turnout. And again, that's a community. People know who you
Sure.
are. You're giving back to your community. I think that's,
And we
and
even-
you're helping a good cause.
We had her on
Yeah,
our
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
too, so
yeah,
she was awesome.
yeah.
So we- that lady
Ruth.
from Anna,
Ruth came
Oh,
on.
yeah, yeah, Ruth
Yep,
Thompson,
yep.
absolutely,
we got
yeah,
her.
yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, I think that you getting involved with your community, you're an ideal example of not to just dwell in nothing, but to just be part of your community, to find things where you can make a difference and just get involved, like you
And,
said.
you know, the people who are hanging out,
Yeah,
it may seem, oh, this is cool, I watch TV all day.
yeah,
But you're not gonna be young forever.
right,
Okay, one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be 70,
yeah,
and you're gonna look back and say, what did I do with my life?
right,
And there's nothing worse than rocking chair regrets,
exactly.
believe me.
Yeah,
I mean,
isolation is a terrible disease.
Yes.
You know, when you just decide that I don't want to be part of the community, or I don't want to go out and try new things, that isolation leads to depression. It leads to, you know, your health deteriorating, mobility, you know.
Alcohol, drug use,
Exactly,
sometimes,
exactly.
yeah.
So I think that, you know, you are a living example. What could you give, besides what we already talked about? What kind of advice would you give to somebody who just doesn't know where to start to look?
Well, I think sometimes there are confidence issues based on the disability. There are well-meaning friends and relatives who sort of want to put you in a little cocoon
Sure,
because you
sure.
might break or
Right,
something.
right.
You know, I think that the biggest thing is you don't have to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
Right.
Or be a
Not at first.
Paralympian
Right.
gold medalist. I
Right.
mean, you can do anything.
Right.
Work your way up from there. Find what interests you.
Yeah.
And then go for it.
Yeah.
Whether it's a paid opportunity or volunteer,
Or
doesn't
just
matter.
to just be part of it.
Yeah, that's
you know?
right. Be a part
And
of the
maybe
team.
sometimes baby steps of like, oh, I don't want to go full-fledged. How do I start a fundraiser? But maybe getting involved
Sure,
with a
sure.
fundraiser, like
Yeah.
volunteering.
That's right.
You always could use volunteers.
Yes,
at
yes,
your
absolutely.
thing, so I
And I'm
think it would
sure-
be great.
I'm sure that the clients that you guys serve,
Mhm.
the ones that I see at these little shindigs you
Sure,
have,
sure.
they could get involved at CRI doing
Absolutely.
something, whatever,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know,
Peer support or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
exactly,
Yeah. So,
exactly.
okay.
Anything else you want to share? What else is coming up? Like you said, we'll
boy.
see you on the 7th.
Yes,
You'll be there
yes.
signing books,
July
right?
7th, yes.
Okay. They can buy it that day, or they have to
Yeah,
go through?
yeah, they
Okay.
can buy it that
Okay,
day, and you'll
cool.
get my autograph, as I
There you
said,
go.
for no additional
Right?
charge.
No additional
Or
charge.
you can buy it on Amazon.
It-
So
And,
Either
how many
way.
people have bought it on Amazon?
boy, good question. Between Amazon and what I've sold myself, I probably 150
Wow,
copies.
okay.
Something
That's
like
pretty
that.
good. Have you written anything else, just out of curiosity?
Well, I wrote my autobiography called The Long Journey Home.
Mhm.
And that wasn't to make money or anything. That was more of a cathartic thing.
Okay.
Because there were
Yeah.
a lot of issues going back to my childhood, and I wanted my family to realize my perspective on
Yeah.
things. And I think I did that to a degree, so I'd say it was successful.
Right,
So I
right.
didn't need to go out and sell 20,000 copies. It was mostly for my family.
Your own
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
release of what you
Sure,
wanted to
it
say.
really was,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and that's another thing that people can do is, you know, sometimes it's just recognizing what needs to be said.
Oh, yeah.
Writing is a good outlet.
Everybody's
you know?
got at least one book in them,
Yeah.
as they say.
Or a
Yeah.
movie, or, you know,
Whatever,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
soundtrack, you know.
Sure.
All right, well, we look forward to having you always. You're welcome to come back and share what's going on with you. I think, you know, you always add color to this,
Off
you know,
color.
off color. But yes, so we appreciate your time today, and we appreciate all that you've done for your community, more or less. This is the book, You Had Me at Go to Hell, by Rob B. Coker.
You won't find it on Hallmark.
Not on Hallmark. It's a little risque, would you say?
The stereotypes are real, but the characters aren't.
Oh, no.
They're based on
They're
them.
based on
yeah,
stereotypes.
yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to thank you ladies for taking the baton and running with it. So I think it's great.
Yeah, we've
that
had
you-
some really good success. Like I said, I would like to focus our next shows on some really consumer-based success stories.
I think that's a great
And I
idea.
think you're gonna kick that off, so,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Well,
You
you know, I
started with
wonder-
the best.
Yeah, there you go. You
Right,
start with the best,
right.
then you go down
And
from
you
there.
go down,
Yeah.
right, okay, that's.
So it's all going downhill.
Right,
Yeah.
from here, yes.
Right.
But I love your sense of humor, always have. I think, again, the lesson here is just laugh because life can get in the way.
That's right.
And so, you know, I think you set an example of being somebody who laughs and in the face of diversity and things that you get involved with, you know, you make a difference. So
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
So July 7th at Perry Square, Disability Pride. There's several other things going on. Check out our
10
website.
to 2, right?
10 to 2
10 to 2.
on July 7th.
Okay.
And we'll be out there in the community. So thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.